Good morning, YouTube. What's up? It's been a long time. Today's July 10th. Crazy how it's almost been a month since I've competed in the Hercules. Pretty much almost a month, right? Wow, it's crazy thinking about it. But let me show you what I'm making. Making my breakfast. It is now 6:05. So making breakfast, sticking with 5 egg whites, 100 grams cucumbers, and 1 serving of tomatoes. So I've been up since 3:30 a.m. because I fell asleep early last night and I didn't get a chance to walk Vinny Boy, and I actually woke up at 3:30 to give him a quick walk. And by the time I got back, it was like 4 a.m. and I was like, you know what, let me just stay up. And I actually went to the gym. I had some coffee, woke up a little bit, and I went to the gym for a little faster cardio. Spoke to my man Mirko. He was doing cardio all the way in Italy, so shout out to you, man. But I came back. So what's new with me? I've been binging. I've been on a binging spree pretty much. And yesterday was the first successful day of me tracking my macros. And I bumped everything up, but it was still a deficit compared to where I left off. So I woke up yesterday morning. I was 172 pounds. That's pretty heavy to blow. That's from the weekend of eating with my sister. She came over, and also like just the last 14-15 days of binging. But this morning I woke up at 168.2 or 0.4. That's like a relatively drop of bloat. Today again I'm gonna be back on a higher carb day because today is gonna be a training day. So what I'm gonna do is I'm still sticking to some little doing cardio in the morning just for some cardiovascular health. I've been feeling a bit sluggish from all the weight gain, as you can see, from all the I've been like running through my pantry and eating everything in sight. But I'm back on track now. Found some new staples, and I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna do today. But for now, I'm just gonna have the breakfast and the usual, you know, just like prep. Just gonna have some coffee and breakfast. So I'm gonna eat this right now. Maggie's getting ready for work, and I'm just gonna probably chill out, relax, and then wait for Maggie to go to the gym tonight. I'm gonna be working. We're gonna be doing day 1 upper, brand new training block of the week. So pretty excited to see if I made some gains. At least try to progressive overload a little bit. So I'll be showing you guys today. Hey, so taking a break, and this is gonna be meal number 3. I'm gonna have a big giant Big Mac salad. It's about 3 servings of lettuce, 2 servings of ground beef, 1 servings of Mexican cheese, and 2 servings of Thousand Island dressing. Have about 1 serving of baked potato, fresh out of the oven. And I'm gonna save the other half for pre-workout meal. And I'll probably throw in some Diet Pepsi and also 1 rice cake. And that's gonna be meal number 3. I'm starving. Time to eat. I just want to eat everything right now, so I'm just gonna eat right now and then chill out. Pre-workout meal?
I'm enjoying.
I had rice cakes. About to have some pre-workout shake. You know what it is? C4 and some Vasky. It is now 7:33. Go time. Alright guys, so welcome back to another episode of a commentary workout. So today's session will be upper body, day 1. And here, Maggie is warming up for our first movement. And we are working with dumbbell bench press. And again, within this block, I'm currently taking out the compound movements such as barbell squats, barbell OHPs, and also barbell bench press. So the point of doing these is just for me to really build more stability and to also work on my technique and form and to really just give it the necessary volume that's needed to really help my chest grow. As you can see that these are pretty light, but I'm really trying hard to really contract the chest muscles and just really working the fibers. And as some of my old followers know that, you know, my chest is one of my weaker body parts. So this is actually my 5th working set. I couldn't film the other sets because Maggie actually stepped away to pick up a phone call. So as you can see, this is my last set, and I actually went pretty heavy on this, and I've been really happy and pleased with the progress that I've made within the last 3 weeks. I've been able to slowly bump up the weight and repetitions for this movement. And on my 5th set, actually on my 4th and 5th set, what I do is after I do my working set, I actually do a little drop set. So pretty much I cut the weight in half. Again, within this program, I'm really trying to hit the volume and really focus on squeezing the muscle and not just focus on moving the weight. So here you can see me really trying to think how I'm feeling, and I'm just really trying to choose a weight where I can hit between the higher repetitions, around 10 to 15 reps, what I'm trying to hit. And again, I'm working with the 25s at the end, and these are pretty good. I'm going to keep these for I would say another 4 to 6 weeks just to see how things progress before I start throwing the barbell bench press back into the mix. But overall, I'm super pleased with the progress that I've made so far. It's nothing crazy, but it's something, right, guys? A lot of little makes a lot. So super pleased. And the next movement, we're going to move into dumbbell incline dumbbell press, actually. And again, I haven't done these in a long time. As you can see, I'm really focusing on controlling the movement of these weights. As you can see, my chest right now, it's really pumped. And you know what I'm trying to do now is actually flare my elbows a little bit more. So back then I would tend to tuck my elbows in closer, but one thing I realized is that when I tuck it in a little bit closer, I tend to lose that mind muscle connection on my chest, and it tends to work more on my arms. So here's a double standard. Some people actually prefer tucking in their elbows a little bit just because it gives them a more leverage, so to prevent injury. Because what happens is you can really tear your pecs and blow out your shoulders. However, what I do is I'm really mindful of the weight that I'm choosing. So when I kind of flare my elbows out a little bit more, I put more stress on the chest. But if you notice in the video, the way I'm really lowering the weights, I'm not just dropping them. They're really controlled, and I'm really using my chest to push them. So I'm making sure that I'm using my chest muscles to really do the work and not my arm. And so far, within 3 weeks, I'm feeling okay, and I'm not feeling any pain on my shoulders or chest. I am feeling the soreness, and my chest feel more pump and much bigger than it was during contest prep. But I'm also keeping in mind that it's from that few extra pounds that I put on. So there's many variables to go with the growth. So what I'm trying to say is, there's no right or wrong way. Some people prefer to move weights with the elbows a little bit tucked in just for safety. For me, in my case, I just have a better mental cueing, a better connection with the muscle when I flare my elbows out a little bit more. But again, I'm making sure the weights are controlled when I'm going down. So I'm just really choosing the correct weight. I'm not trying to jump by 20-30 pounds. I'm slowly increasing. I'm slowly taking my time. I'm slowly logging in all the data, so that way the following week when I come back to the same movement, I have a better baseline of where I'm starting. So I'm not just chasing numbers on the book. So you also have to keep in mind of how you're feeling that day that you're working out, because not every day we're going to feel the same. We can eat the same food. However, sometimes we just feel different because of the amount of sleep we get, weather, activities, food. So it's just, there's so many different variables, and it's never black or white. It's always that gray area, and it's only up to you to decide what's best for you. I can only give suggestions. However, if you don't feel comfortable, some people don't even feel comfortable doing this movement, and that's why hence they do another different movement to supplement the dumbbell incline press. But again, I'm starting to really throw things back in, and I'm trying to lower all the weights, to take my time to relearn all the movements again, and just really enjoy training, just like how I used to be, and not just focus too much on trying to make that fast gain, because I do have 5 years to go. All right, our next movement, we are moving on to the chest supported row. So for this movement, I've lowered the weights a lot because I'm actually doing 5 sets of 15 to 20 reps. So again, I kind of switched the hand placement. I'm actually using the more narrow grip. That's just something I decided to do, trying to switch things up, because I've always used a wider grip pretty much for the last few years. And I was just like, let me try to do something different just to see how it goes. As you can see, my back looks like I've put on a lot of size already. Again, this is part of the rebounding and the extra gain of body fat. But man, these 2 plates were kicking my butt. Like, I remember at one point before the peak of my prep, I was doing like 4 plates for reps, and just going 2 plates and a quarter for 15 reps controlled. It's pretty brutal. Like so for this training block for like the next few, I would say the next 8 weeks, it's gonna be really, really high volume and just a lot of squeezing. As you can see, my back already got thicker. Like, you see things really like popping out. One of my goals now is to really also bring up my traps and continue to bring up the thickness of my back. Next movement, we're moving to the lat pull downs. Again, this is one of my bread and butters. I really like to use this. Again, I had to cut the weights down because the repetitions are higher. They're about 10 to 15. So I'm just really contracting really hard at the bottom. And also when I go up for the stretch, I'm not losing the connections. As you can see, my lats is really stretching. Like, I'm not just hanging dead in the air. So that's one of the mistakes that I see a lot of people doing. And another mistake that I see is also people that's kind of like leaning back a little bit too much, or they're just kind of like yanking with their arms and not their elbows and their lats. So guys, if you're training your back, I know I said it a million times, make sure to use your arms, your hands like hooks, like stationary hooks, and drive your elbows back and just squeeze your lats. And just really take your time. Choose a weight where you can really work comfortably, not too easy, but not too hard as well. Here, as you can see, Maggie, she's actually improved a lot on this movement. And this is coming from somebody that loves training back. So one of the things that Maggie had in the beginning was when she kind of pulled down, she would kind of have that explosiveness where she kind of loses that mind muscle connection at the bottom, that little extra half a second of squeeze. I know to some people it might not mean a lot, but trust me, guys, when you really squeeze slowly and control at the bottom, it's gonna pay off. It's definitely gonna pay off, because I see a lot of people moving tons of weight, but they're not really doing anything, so just take your time, guys. After lat pull downs, we're gonna move right into shoulder dumbbell press. And for these, we're gonna do 3 sets of 10 to 15 reps. And again, I'm actually using these to supplement for overhead press movements. And as you can see, Maggie has really improved a lot on her technique and form. It's interesting because, after all this time, her weight hasn't really gone up, but her technique has gotten better. As you can see, I don't go all the way down. I pretty much stop at a little bit around 90 degrees just to stabilize the shoulders. And then I just make sure I drive with the shoulders up and just really feel the full movement as if I was doing an overhead press. And again, the weights have been going up pretty nicely. Again, nothing crazy. I think I start off with like 50 pounds just to see how I feel, because like I mentioned before, certain days I feel better than the others, and I just keep moving up accordingly each set. So far, this is the 3rd week, and as expected, strength is improving. I'm able to do more reps. I'm able to go up in weights. So we'll see how it goes as time move on. I still have another 8 weeks, but one of my goals, something I need to bring up, is also my shoulders, my front delts. That's a critique I got from Anthony Minetti. And so one thing I'm going to really focus on is bringing up my delts and also my chest. And I also got to start posing during the off season because I don't want to get too rusty within the 5 years. I'm actually pretty proud of my posing, but you know, posing is an art and you can always get better. You know, just like training, you know, you could be training for 20 years, but you can always be better. Next movement, we're working with a dip machine. I pretty much lean forward and just focus the contractions on my bottom pecs and just use this as like a similar movement to a dip machine. So I'm able to load the weight a little bit. Again, I was working with quarters here, and the second set I was actually working with 50 pounds on each side, so 100 pounds. Again, nothing impressive, but you know, it's just slowly taking my time, trying to really just contract the chest. Pretty much working out my chest is like similar to working out my calves. I tend to notice that my body responds better to higher volume instead of just heavy weights. So that's something I did for my calves, where I choose a weight that's pretty much moderate, but nothing too crazy, because I tend to lose the mind muscle connection. So I'll be able to move the weight, but I won't be able to feel the movement. After that, we move right into barbell upright rows. Again, I've been doing cables for a long time, so within this block, I'm doing barbell and just trying to go about 10 to 15 reps. By this time, we already did a lot of sets already, and we're all pretty toast. But as you can see, we're really working hard just to bring up the delts. Just something that we all have to work on, you know, Maggie and myself. So keep in mind that when I do these, I'm just really driving up with my side delts. So just to really focus on keeping my hands straight and pulling my shoulders.
Why are you lying?
Alright guys, great workout as always. We didn't get to film the last few exercises because we thought we were running short on time, which we were. I know, we got a car wash. I really want to eat, but Maggie's being a party pooper. Say it, baby, a party pooper.
Don't worry, next week.
Next week. I'll be on vacation next week eating.
Yeah.
Listen, working on this physique don't come cheap, guys. You gotta feed the body. But yeah, that was it's gonna be another commentary workout for today, and we are going home now. Probably have something light. I'm still kind of full from the pre-workout meal, so see you guys back at home. Post-workout meal is about to go down.
Yeah.
We got everything in this house. Look, we got popcorn maker, slow cooker, air fryer. This is what I'm having. I'm having a fat-free Greek yogurt. I got a scoop of whey, berries, rice cakes, 2 servings of Fruit Loops, 2 rice cakes, lots of jelly, lots of peanut butter.
Can you say lots of carbs?
And lots of fats. I'm just intuitively eating. I'm making sure I'm hitting my protein. I definitely went over my protein. Like, I'm currently at like 230 grams, but I've decided to just eat. And since we're going on vacation next week, I'm just gonna enjoy. You know, I've been prepping for so long, and I'm like, you know, if I don't get to eat now, and it's summertime, and that's the time when everyone's available to chill, it's like, when am I gonna get to eat? You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to just enjoy, take a break from tracking, but making sure I'm getting my protein intake. That's the mistake I used to have, where I take in a lot of carbs, a lot of fats, but very limited protein. But this time around, make sure my protein intake is up high, along with protein and carbs. Just had a really killer session. And what are we gonna watch tonight, baby?
Friends.
Now she's watching her bootleg Jersey Shore now.
I'm watching Friends.
She's lying. But that's it, guys. Have a good night. Say good night, baby.
Good night.
Thank you guys for watching. If you guys like the video, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.